Hello everyone. Here we are going to explore some powerful concepts that have stood the test of time. In our modern world, where stress, uncertainty, and adversity seem to be constants, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But the challenges we face today aren't new. People have been navigating hardship for centuries, and one school of thought, Stoicism, offers us a timeless guide to facing life's difficulties with resilience, strength, and purpose. Today, we'll dive into 12 core principles of Stoic philosophy, embracing reality, and strengthening your mind. These ideas have profound relevance in our complex, fast-paced lives. By learning to accept the things we cannot control and building the mental fortitude to deal with challenges, we can transform adversity into an opportunity for growth. Let's explore how these principles can help us navigate the inevitable struggles of life with grace and strength. Today, we find ourselves living in a world filled with constant change, uncertainty, and unprecedented challenges. Whether it's the pressure of work, personal struggles, or the ever-growing complexities of modern life, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. The good news is that we're not the first humans to face adversity. For thousands of years, people have dealt with the very same emotions, if not the exact circumstances we're facing now. And one timeless philosophy, Stoicism, offers us tools to not just survive, but to thrive through the storms of life. The first principle of Stoicism that we'll focus on today is embracing reality, or as the Stoics might say, facing the facts. This isn't just about accepting what's happening around us. It's about recognizing that hardship is not an exception to life, but part of the natural rhythm of existence. Let's explore what it really means to embrace reality and how doing so can help us deal with today's challenges in a more resilient and powerful way. Number 1. Accept that life is full of ups and downs. We live in an age of instant gratification. Everything we want is just a click away, and when things don't go according to plan, we're conditioned to see it as something going wrong. But the Stoics remind us that life is supposed to have its ups and downs. The expectation that life should always be easy or go as planned is a dangerous illusion that leads to unnecessary suffering. Take, for example, our professional lives. No matter how hard we work or how much we plan, we will face setbacks, missed promotions, failed projects, or economic downturns. In our personal lives, too, we may encounter health issues, family problems, or emotional struggles. These are not rare occurrences, they are part of being human. Embracing reality means accepting that these setbacks are as natural as the sunrise and sunset. They are not signs of failure, but simply part of life's cycle. Number 2. See obstacles as natural occurrences, not personal setbacks. One of the biggest mistakes we make is personalizing challenges. We often think, "Why me?" or "What did I do to deserve this?" But the Stoics teach us that obstacles are not personal attacks from the universe. They are simply events, neutral in themselves. It's our interpretation that makes them seem either bad or good. Imagine you're stuck in traffic, late for an important meeting. Your natural instinct might be to get frustrated, feel angry, or blame the situation on bad luck. But if you step back and see the traffic jam as just a part of reality, something completely out of your control, your perspective shifts. The obstacle hasn't changed. It's still there, but you no longer view it as a personal attack on your day. Instead, it becomes just another thing to navigate. Now let's take a more serious example. Perhaps you're facing a health challenge, or you've recently lost someone close to you. These are undeniably painful experiences, but again, they are part of the natural order. Seeing them as natural, rather than personal, helps us detach from the feeling of injustice or unfairness. It doesn't mean the pain goes away, but it does mean that we stop adding unnecessary emotional weight to the difficulty. Number 3. Understand that you can only control your reactions, not what happens. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is the idea that we control very little in life. Think about it. We can't control the weather, the economy, or other people's behavior. Even our own health is only partially in our hands. What we can control, however, is our response to these events. This is where true power lies. When we recognize that we don't control the world, but we do control our reactions to it, we gain an incredible sense of freedom. We're no longer slaves to external events. Instead, we become masters of our own minds. In today's world, we often feel powerless. Political instability, economic pressures, social media. These all contribute to a sense of losing control. But Stoicism gives us a way to reclaim that control by focusing on what we can change: our thoughts, our attitudes, and our actions. For instance, in the face of a global pandemic, many of us were thrown into uncertainty. Some of us lost jobs, others lost loved ones. While we couldn't control the virus or the government's response, we could control how we reacted. Did we choose to be fearful, or did we take the opportunity to grow, to help others, to learn patience? This is where Stoicism truly shines. Number 4, don't fight for what's already happened. Move forward with acceptance. One of the most harmful things we can do when faced with adversity is to resist reality. We see this in phrases like, "This shouldn't be happening," or "if only things were different." While it's natural to wish for different circumstances, constantly dwelling on what could have been traps us in a cycle of frustration and disappointment. The Stoics teach us the power of acceptance. Once something has happened, it's out of our control. Wishing it away is wasted energy. What's more productive is to focus on what's next, on how we move forward from where we are, not where we wish we were. This doesn't mean we passively accept everything that happens to us without question. It means that once a situation is upon us, we channel our energy into constructive action rather than futile resistance. Imagine losing a job. The initial reaction might be anger, fear, or resentment. But staying stuck in those emotions does nothing to improve the situation. Once you accept the reality of what's happened, you can focus on what you'll do next, whether it's finding a new job, learning new skills, or even reevaluating your career path altogether. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means freeing yourself from the emotional burden of fighting the past. Number 5. Every struggle has the potential to make you stronger. This is perhaps the most powerful aspect of Stoicism, the belief that every hardship can be a source of strength. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "Difficulties show a person's character. It's easy to be calm and composed when things are going well. But when life throws challenges our way, we're given the chance to grow." Today, more than ever, we're bombarded with difficulties, from financial stress to mental health struggles, to navigating a rapidly changing world. But each of these struggles presents us with an opportunity. Just as a muscle grows stronger by being put under strain, we grow stronger by facing our challenges head-on. When we stop viewing problems as things that happen to us and start seeing them as things that happen for us, our mindset shifts. Suddenly, every difficulty becomes a lesson. Every setback becomes an opportunity to develop resilience, patience, and wisdom. Number 6. Don't expect life to be easy, but prepare yourself to handle it with grace. The Stoics remind us not to expect an easy life. The pursuit of comfort and ease is a modern illusion that leads to disappointment. Life, by its very nature, is unpredictable and filled with challenges. Instead of expecting life to go smoothly, we should focus on preparing ourselves to handle whatever comes our way with grace. This means building mental toughness, cultivating resilience, and developing the ability to stay calm in the face of adversity. In today's world, that might mean practicing mindfulness to manage stress, maintaining healthy relationships to support us through tough times, or developing the skills we need to adapt to an ever-changing environment. Number 7. Keep in mind that your thoughts shape your experience. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This is a timeless truth. The way we think about our experiences fundamentally shapes how we feel about them. Our thoughts are the lens through which we view the world, and if we allow negativity or fear to dominate, that's how we will see the world. full of obstacles, disappointments, and suffering. Take a common situation in today's world, the stress of constant comparison. Whether it's scrolling through social media, comparing our career progress to our peers, or feeling inadequate because of societal expectations, our minds often create a distorted view of reality. We might think, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never be successful like them." But what we often forget is that these thoughts are just that, thoughts. They are not the truth. Building mental strength starts with recognizing that you control your thoughts. You have the power to challenge negative beliefs and reshape your internal dialogue. Instead of focusing on what you lack, you can choose to focus on what you have. Instead of worrying about things you can't change, you can focus on what's within your control. This shift in thinking transforms your experience from one of scarcity to one of abundance, from frustration to gratitude. Number 8. Build mental resilience by focusing on what you can change within yourself. In Stoicism, there's a clear distinction between what is within our control and what is not. While we can't always control the external world, we can control our inner world, our thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes. This principle is especially important in today's world, where we often feel powerless in the face of global events, political turmoil, or personal crisis. Imagine you're facing a difficult situation at work. Perhaps you've been passed over for a promotion, or you're struggling to keep up with the demands of your job. It's easy to feel frustrated, defeated, or even resentful. But what if, instead of focusing on the external factors that led to this situation, you turned inward? What if you asked yourself, "How can I grow from this? What can I do to improve myself in this moment?" Mental resilience isn't about pretending that everything is fine. It's about recognizing that while you can't control every aspect of life, you can control how you respond. You can choose to learn from setbacks, to develop new skills, or to cultivate patience and persistence. By focusing on what you can change within yourself, you turn every challenge into an opportunity for growth. Number 9. Use difficult times to develop patience, courage, and wisdom. Difficult times are often viewed as something to be endured, but the Stoics saw them differently. To them, hardship was a training ground for virtue, a place where one could develop patience, courage, and wisdom. These are not just abstract concepts. They are practical tools that help us navigate the complexities of modern life. In today's world, where instant gratification is the norm, patience is an undervalued virtue. Whether it's waiting for a promotion, dealing with financial difficulties, or even navigating relationships, the ability to be patient allows us to endure discomfort without falling into frustration or despair. It's in these moments of waiting that we often find our greatest strength. Courage, too, is essential, especially in an age where we are constantly bombarded with fear. Whether it's fear of failure, fear of missing out, or fear of the unknown, courage allows us to face these challenges head-on. It's not about eliminating fear, but learning to act in spite of it. And then there's wisdom, the ability to discern what is truly important. In a world full of distractions, wisdom helps us stay focused on our core values. It reminds us that material success, social validation, and external achievements are fleeting. What truly matters is how we live our lives, how we treat others, and how we grow as individuals. Number 10. View challenges as a test for your inner strength. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to test and strengthen your inner resolve. This is one of the most empowering lessons from Stoicism. Instead of seeing adversity as something to avoid, the Stoics saw it as something to embrace, a necessary part of becoming a stronger, wiser person. Let's take a common scenario in today's world: financial uncertainty. Whether it's due to job loss, unexpected expenses, or economic instability, money is a source of stress for many. Instead of seeing financial difficulties as a failure, the Stoic mindset would encourage us to view them as a test of our ability to endure discomfort, to remain resourceful, and to practice humility. Challenges, whether they are financial, emotional, or physical, are opportunities to build your inner strength. Every time you face difficulty with grace and resilience, you become stronger, more capable of handling whatever life throws your way. Over time, these small acts of courage and patience build a foundation of mental toughness that can withstand even the greatest storms. Number 11. Your response to events defines who you are, not the events themselves. In today's world, it's easy to feel defined by the things that happen to us, our successes, our failures, the roles we play in society. But the Stoics remind us that it's not the events themselves that define us, it's how we respond to them. You are not your job, your social status, or even the challenges you face. You are defined by your character, by the choices you make in response to adversity. This is a liberating idea. It means that no matter what happens, you always have the power to choose how you respond. If you lose your job, you can choose to see it as an opportunity to pivot in a new direction. If a relationship ends, you can choose to focus on personal growth rather than despair. If you experience failure, you can choose to learn from it rather than let it define you. Your response to life's events is where your true power lies. By cultivating a strong mind, you can navigate even the most difficult circumstances with integrity, grace, and resilience. Number 12. Train your mind to see every problem as a chance to grow stronger. The key to building mental fortitude is to train your mind to view every problem as an opportunity for growth. This doesn't mean that you should ignore pain or pretend that everything is fine. It means that you consciously choose to see difficulties as a chance to develop your inner strength. This mindset is particularly relevant in today's world, where we are constantly facing new and evolving challenges. Whether it's navigating the pressures of work, dealing with personal loss, or coping with the stress of a global pandemic, every problem we encounter is an opportunity to build resilience, to cultivate patience, and to grow stronger. When you train your mind to see challenges this way, something remarkable happens. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by life's difficulties, you begin to see them as part of your personal evolution. Every challenge becomes a stepping stone on the path to becoming the best version of yourself. Number 13. Take action based on what you know you can influence. One of the most essential aspects of effective action is understanding where our influence lies. In today's fast-paced environment, we're inundated with information and pressures from various sources. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and uncertain about what to do. The Stoics teach us to focus our energy on the things we can control and let go of the rest. Imagine you're working on a project with a tight deadline, but unexpected obstacles arise. Team members are unavailable, or resources are lacking. Instead of spiraling into frustration or anxiety over what's beyond your control, pause and assess the situation. What can you do? Focus on your own tasks, communicate clearly with your team, and identify alternative solutions. This proactive mindset not only alleviates stress, but also empowers you to make meaningful progress. By concentrating on what you can influence, you cultivate a sense of agency in your life. This approach transforms challenges from overwhelming obstacles into manageable problems, allowing you to navigate them with greater clarity and confidence. Number 14. Focus your energy on making a positive impact. In a world filled with negativity, it's easy to get caught up in what's wrong. The news often highlights problems, conflicts, and crises, leading us to feel disheartened or powerless. However, the Stoics encourage us to redirect our focus. Rather than lamenting what's broken, ask yourself, how can I make a positive impact? This doesn't mean ignoring the reality of difficult situations. Rather, it's about channeling your energy into constructive action. For instance, if you're frustrated with social issues, consider how you can contribute positively, whether through volunteering, advocating for change, or simply being a supportive friend to those in need. By actively seeking ways to make a difference, we shift our mindset from one of despair to one of hope. Every small action adds up, creating a ripple effect of positive change. You might not solve the world's problems single-handedly, but your actions can inspire others, and contribute to a collective effort toward improvement. Number 15. Don't give up when faced with uncertainty. Perseverance is key. Uncertainty is an inevitable part of life. Whether it's in our careers, relationships, or the broader world, we often find ourselves navigating the unknown. During such times, it's easy to feel lost or discouraged. However, the Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of perseverance. Consider the example of an athlete preparing for a major competition. The path to success is rarely straightforward. It involves setbacks, injuries, and moments of self-doubt. But what sets successful athletes apart is their ability to push through challenges with determination and resilience. They understand that progress is not linear, and that each hurdle is an opportunity to learn and grow. In our lives, we must adopt a similar mindset. When faced with uncertainty, remind yourself of past challenges you've overcome. Reflect on what you've learned from those experiences, and use that knowledge as motivation to keep going. Perseverance is not just about continuing to act. It's about maintaining your commitment to your goals, even when the path is unclear. Number 16. Hold on to your core values, no matter the external pressure. In the midst of life's chaos, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters to us. External pressures, whether societal expectations, peer influences, or career demands, can cloud our judgment and lead us to act against our values. The Stoics teach us the importance of holding on to our core principles and aligning our actions with them. Take a moment to reflect on your values. What is important to you? Is it integrity, compassion, or personal growth? Whatever your core values may be, make a conscious effort to let them guide your actions. In a world that often prioritizes success over morality, staying true to your principles can be a radical act of courage. For instance, if you value honesty, resist the temptation to cut corners or embellish the truth for personal gain. In doing so, you cultivate a sense of self-respect and authenticity. By acting in alignment with your values, you create a foundation of trust and credibility, both in your personal and professional relationships. Number 17. Choose your responses carefully and align them with your goals. Our lives are shaped by the choices we make, and yet we often respond to situations on autopilot, reacting based on emotions rather than thoughtful consideration. The Stoics remind us to pause and choose our responses carefully. This intentionality is especially crucial when faced with challenges. When confronted with adversity, ask yourself, how do I want to respond? Instead of reacting impulsively, take a moment to reflect on your values and goals. Consider how your response aligns with what you truly want to achieve. This practice not only enhances your decision-making, but also helps you act with integrity and purpose. For instance, if you're dealing with a difficult colleague, rather than responding with frustration or anger, take a step back. Consider what kind of relationship you want to foster and how you can address the situation constructively. By choosing your responses deliberately, you empower yourself to navigate challenges more effectively. Number 18. Remember that no difficulty lasts forever. Endure with patience and purpose. Finally, it's essential to remember that challenges are temporary. Life is a series of cycles, and just as difficult times will arise, they will also pass. The Stoics teach us to endure hardships with patience and purpose, knowing that every struggle contributes to our growth. During tough times, remind yourself that you are not alone. Everyone faces challenges. It's part of the human experience. Instead of viewing adversity as an insurmountable wall, see it as a bridge, a necessary passage to personal growth and resilience. As you navigate difficulties, maintain your focus on the long-term perspective. What lessons can you learn from this experience? How can it shape you into a stronger person? By enduring with patience and purpose, you develop a deeper understanding of yourself and emerge from challenges more resilient than before. In conclusion, strengthening your mind is not about eliminating difficulty from your life. It's about embracing life's inevitable challenges and using them to build mental resilience, cultivate virtues, and develop a strong inner character. As we face the complexities of today's world, the power of a well-trained mind is our greatest asset. It allows us to rise above adversity, maintain our focus on what truly matters, and navigate life's storms with courage, patience, and wisdom. So we've discussed 12 critical Stoic principles that can guide us through life's most challenging moments. First, we learned about the importance of embracing reality, accepting the ups and downs of life as natural and inevitable, and focusing our energy on what we can control rather than what we can't. Then, we explored the value of strengthening our minds, building resilience, courage, and patience in the face of adversity, and recognizing that it's our response to events that truly defines who we are. Thank you for your time, and may these timeless lessons guide you in your journey forward. Thank you.